everybody and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Sophie. Now I don't know if I have talked about this before or done a video on similar lines. I feel like I might have, but it is something that I saw happen at work again the other day, and it just made me realise that unless we are continually talking about it and trying to change things and make people understand, things are just never going to change and people are going to get hurt and upset, and that's not cool. So what it was that I saw is this woman came into Starbucks to get their drink and their food, and this other woman just came in and started absolutely yelling at her, saying that she shouldn't have parked in the disabled bay because she's not disabled, she should leave it for people who are disabled, and you know, because there's not a space she shouldn't park there. And she just kept going at her, and this poor woman looked like she was about to cry, like honestly looked like she was about to cry. And I went and I talked to the woman after, and I just said to her, like, I understand, I've had it before and that kind of thing. Okay, don't get me wrong, this woman might have just parked there because there were no spaces, or just because, I don't know, but I do know that not all illnesses are visible. I am a prime example of that. I look like I'm absolutely fine, but what you see one minute and what my insides do the next are two very different things. And you can get a blue badge for parking in a disabled spot for so many different reasons. It doesn't have to be because you're in a wheelchair or you're on crutches or you're old or anything like that. It doesn't have to be like that, although I don't think you'll get a blue badge because you're old, but you know what I mean. And the fact that this lady felt it was okay to judge someone that she doesn't know on just her appearance of that 30 seconds that she saw her get out of her car and walk in isn't okay. And it's really hurtful for someone who is disabled and has, you know, has a problem with walking or whatever the reason that they've got that blue badge. It is really hurtful for someone to come up to them and have a go like this and leave them horrible notes, like we've seen, you know, online, where people get notes left on their car and stuff like that. Just because you see someone and you see someone get out their car and they seem like they are absolutely fine, you don't know what is truly going on. You don't know what's going to happen 5 minutes down their walk. They could, you know, cross the road, go around the corner where you can't see them and collapse. You don't know how they're going to be when they come out of wherever they are. And I know when you don't see something, it's harder to believe because you don't physically see it there, but you can't judge people. And unless we keep reminding people and teaching people and giving them these kind of information and these examples of this happening, nothing is going to change. We need to be supporting people and loving people and showing people that their disability, you know, or non-disability or whatever, does that even make sense? I know that it is hard to believe stuff that you don't see. I get that. People do make assumptions and they judge you because you look okay, and that is the whole meaning of the word invisible illness, is it is not visible to someone's human eye. It's not visible, and for you to know that disability and that illness, you have to be told it, and you have to be with them for long periods of time so that you can see the effects these illnesses have on people. And I'm not having a go at anyone, I'm not, you know, I'm not being nasty. It is just something that I saw, and it made me realise that if we don't create awareness and we don't talk to people and we don't educate people, nothing in life is going to change, and people are going to continue to get yelled at and shouted at, and it's just not right. And I've seen it happen on like underground and trains so much, you know, when there's a specific seat for like disabled and pregnant people, and a lot of people stand up for old people. No, don't get me wrong, I don't think it is wrong standing up for old people. What I do think is wrong is when people say, oh, you're young, get up and let her sit down. Because just because you're younger doesn't mean you are physically more able. I have days where, yes, I can walk 100 miles and I can be absolutely fine, but the following day walking to the toilet could be a challenge. Please don't judge people or expect or assume anything, because you don't know everything about them or anything at all. And just because you can't see something, or you see what looks like a very healthy, able body, isn't always the case. All this hate and all this knocking people down is using energy that we could be using to support each other and build people up. And if we help people build up and they help us build up, we're going to be in such an amazing world. As usual, I did not plan this video. I just wanted to get something off my chest because it was really playing on my mind since I saw it happen. So if you like this video in terms of that we should support each other, not knock each other down, and we don't want to see this again, be sure to give it a big thumbs up so that I know that you are on the same page as me in supporting people and not judging people, because not all illnesses are visible. Yeah, thumbs up. And if you're not already, please be sure to subscribe. I just announced exciting news in my last video, so if you haven't seen that, be sure to go click on that video. I will leave it in the description box below. And I think that is everything. Thumbs up, subscribe, and until next time, keep watching, stay strong and stay safe. Bye guys. Nothing in life is going to be easy, and if you think it is,